Well. It has been a long time. A very long time. So, just want to give you a quick little update of what I've been doing, why I've not been filming. I've not been filming because I've not had time. Fucking hell, since you last seen me, I think I've bought an house since then. Yeah, we basically bought, me and the missus bought an house. So I had a week off work doing that, so that put this on hold. So yeah, did majority of that, been doing bits and bats. Probably took all in all 3 weeks to get it where we wanted it. We literally gutted it, like all wardrobes out, all wallpaper off, skirt and arc off, couple of doors in and out. So in 2 weeks, well in a week really, week to 2 weeks, we managed to get kitchen done, living room done, 2 bedrooms done, the bathroom downstairs done. The bathroom upstairs and the back garden is all that needs doing. I've done the garage as well. I've done a little bit of build on the garage. I'll pop some pictures up of a bit of shelving that I put in because this is my granddad's garage. This, but yeah. So basically, I've been back on this grafting like fuck. So the engine's in now. We've got a new expansion tank over there, like a fuse box that I can put all the wires in. This is the wiring. Obviously these are all disconnected. The main wires, which you can see down there, are all connected up, so it'll start and then I can figure out where everything goes for them. Engine's in. I had to swap the fuel rail because of this fuel pressure regulator. They wouldn't fit on the newer style one, so I've had to order one of them, which came today. So I fitted that, connected the fuel lines back up. Fuel lines run down to the back, obviously. The tank's in. New fuel pumps in. I've got to wire the plug in. What else? I'm waiting on an alternator tensioner. Clutch cables in. Throttle cables in. ECU's in. Charge loom is made, so that goes to the box over here. Fucked about with the silicone piping. I'm waiting for a hose for the radiator, but I can't put the radiator in until my CV boots turn up. Now that far one, that CV joint goes onto the box, and then there's like an odd shaped CV boot that goes on there, which is coming from Auto Dock, so that should be here soon. So once they go in, I can put the gear oil in. Once the gear oil's in, I can put the radiator back in. I don't know if you can see, it's just there where you fill it up. So yeah, there's a couple of plugs for like power steering pump and stuff like that I'll need to chase out. What else can I show you? Interior is pretty much not changed apart from me ripping the back seats out, because I do ideally want a cage sooner rather than later, but it's not looking like that at the moment. We've got a bias valve fitted for the rear discs, because I've done a rear disc conversion rather than drums. I'll show you the underside. So obviously they just need a little once over, been sat for a while, but yeah, underside is looking pretty fucking spectacular if you ask me. Resprayed the heat shields, new hoses, new brake lines, new fuel lines, new breather lines, fucking everything if you ask me. I'm trying to figure out what the best way to do, so I booked in for the manifold and exhaust to be started on the 13th of April. He reckons it's going to take him a week, so then it goes to the welder next door to him, who's doing the bonnet bulge and the sections on the rear quarters. But when I send it to the guy in the manifold, I'm going to get a guy to come down to remove this front window and the 2 side windows at the back, because I've got rear pop-outs going in for the back, and also the boot window, because the new boot that I've got there, it's got a slight tinge of blue in it, off like the Monacos or whatever, so I need to replace the glass on that to the clear one. as well as my rear pop outs there blue, but I've got a guy that wants to swap them for a clear set. So yeah, get the engine, get it running. Need to paint these up on the inside again, give them another coat of black, get them on, get it so it's pretty much sorted. Now the front end of the car, apart from the bonnet, I can put everything back together. The rear sections, obviously they're going to get, there's two like rear sections where your bumper bolts through from the inside, they're rotted to fuck, but I've got some plates that need welding in, so I think it'll be get this running, make sure everything's tied up, put the arches on, put the bonnet on, cut out what I need because I've got a bonnet bulge in like the loft space here. I'll not be putting the kit on yet because I need to respray it, only touch up stuff, but I've also got a new bumper coming. Swap the boot lid. It's just trying to figure out what the best way is to do it, because I don't want to, obviously I've got to transport the car to the welder, but I need the window out. There's a slight, I'll show you this little bit of bubbling that I've found. I've got a window cut, but there's, you see that slight little bubble in there. I want to know whether that's surfaced or whether it goes deeper. But I've got a window cut, if you can see it just back there, just behind there, behind that green tent. Yeah, I've got a window cut just in case. So I don't want to be transporting the car with the windows out, because then it acts like a fucking sail then, you know what I mean, with all the windows out and you've got shit going inside, especially if it's raining. So I'm trying to figure out what the best way to do it is. But I need the window out when it's at the second welders to find out if it needs welding or not. But then obviously I've got to take the front window out to have it resprayed. But then it's getting it from the welder. I think what it's going to look like is it's going to go manifold, the welder, we'll remove the window at the welders, get it back to here, then I can tie up a few loose ends, because once the welder's done I can prime and paint the rear, the bonnet's no problem, so I can put all the bits back together that I need to. But yeah, it's just trying to get it working out. The window is what's annoying me, because I've got to take it out, but like I said, it's it'll act as a sail really with all the shit going inside, and I don't want to take the window out. To be fair, I'll have to speak to him. I'm going to see him in an hour or so, but I'll have to speak to him and see what the best option is, and say like, look, I've got to transfer the car, blah 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 blah. Because at the moment I'm basically just going to get him to tow me down to where it is, because it's literally round the corner from here, so I'm just going to get him to tow me down. But yeah, sorry for the lack of updates, I've literally just not had time. Hopefully, I'm going to say hopefully I'll be filming more, but there's no promises, because like I said, deadlines have got to be met. But big things coming. Been in touch with Maguire's about a day in the bay before +44, so that'll be on their YouTube. What's the magazine called? Practical Classic Restaurate. No, Practical Classic Magazine it's called. They've asked if I want to do a feature. A couple of podcasts that I'm looking at going on. A couple of car reviews that people want to do. And then this morning I was speaking to Monkey London, because Monkey London wants to do a review on the car, get it out there. But yeah, it's getting there. Each time I come I always think, fuck, I've got so much to do. But then when you look at it from like 3-4 months ago to where it is now, it's a fucking completely different car, you know what I mean? But yeah, it seems like there's going to be a week, maybe next week, where all the parts eventually come in, and then I can just go at it, sort of thing. But yeah, there's quite a bit to do, but nothing that can't be done before the start of June. But I need it done like sort of like the 3rd week in May, and I'm ideally hoping my respray to be in the 1st or 2nd week in May, so I can let it cure. Because I go away the end of May to go and see my nan up in Scotland, and then I've come back a day early to come and pick the car up to go down to Bath and meet Maguire's on the way down to get a day in the bay. But if you haven't already, go give Maguire's a follow. Go give Tommy Teapot a follow. Monkey at London a follow, and Practical Classic magazine a follow, because like I said, that'll be a great exposure on the car. We can start building some relationships for next year. Hopefully get some good things going on. But yeah, this year, I'm going to say next year, it's this year now, fuck me. But yeah, we're getting there. I'm just spending so much money. Everybody will know what it's like with cars. It's not snowballing, because it's not like I'm restore. It's not all the restoration stuff is done. It's just putting bits back together and finding like little bits. Like I didn't realise there was breathers on the back of the engine that I need to go to a catch can, so that's en route. Yeah, just bits and bats. But hopefully Wednesday next week, because I go away today, just a couple of days in the lakes. Wednesday, Thursday next week, I can fucking get in here and pretty much get it all tied off. Maybe even try and get it started. It's not been turned over in a while, so I want to get that going. Touch wood, just touch wood here. Everybody else touch wood. There's no issues with the engine. I seen it running when I had the car here. But yeah, touch wood. There's no issues. That's what we don't want to prolong us. I've not per se ran into issues. It's just, like I said, been bits of shit that I forgot to order, or I didn't realise I needed to order. But if anybody else is out there wanting to do this swap with a Renault 5, if you can fucking, if you know your way around cars, it can be done. You know what I mean, mate? I'm fucking. It might look like I know what I'm doing. I have no fucking idea what I'm doing, really, mate. Never done an engine swap. Got a fucking Halfords Advanced kit over there, and a Amazon Prime fucking engine crane, and that's all we know. You know what I mean? That's all she wrote. But yeah, it's doable. It's just finding the parts. That's the issue, because parts are becoming, especially this fuel rail. This fuel rail is fucking. I seen one online for like 120 quid, but this came with a couple of other bits that I needed, so I got this on a good deal. But yeah, we're getting there. So hopefully, like I said, my first show is the start of June in Bath at +44. So if you're looking at coming and seeing the car, I'll probably put some pictures online before then, or maybe, I don't know, it depends what I want to do. I might make you all wait until June the 4th to get some pictures of the car, sort of unveil it there thing. But we're getting there, fucking slowly but surely. But yeah, new bumpers coming. I'm not going to show you the bumper because I want it to be a surprise. A couple of people have already seen it, but yeah, if you've not seen it, I'm going to leave it for it to be a surprise. But yeah, hopefully back on the YouTube. Sorry for the lack of uploads. Appreciate the support, especially on Instagram. That's blowing up. That's mind blowing. That from when I remember when I swapped my personal account to like my personal and like my car account, because I had like a separate one. That was maybe a year and a half ago now, and I had 1,000 followers a year and a half ago. Now we're on like 15,000 or something like that. So if you're one of them 15,000, I do appreciate you, mate. It's given me massive opportunities, you know, with like I said, Maguire's and Monkey London and like Practical Classic magazine and stuff like that. It's who would have thought, building a fucking shitty Renault 5 out of your granddad's garage. But yeah, I appreciate it. Much love. See you in the next one.